Hello guys, welcome to the Wednesday trade recap and forecast. So let's get into the markets. Euro US dollar is the first one on my list, and this one has been very flat and very range bound. So the last recap was around here on a Wednesday. As you can see, it's just flat. It's stuck in this general area. So what I'm looking to implement the new entry that we use at Zentum Trading, which is the liquidity sweep entry. Basically, you look for a flat range like this. Okay, I'm just gonna give a brief summary. If you wanna learn more about this entry, go to zentumtrading.com and check it out. You identify a range, and then above and below, there are of course liquidity areas. So people buying the bottom and people selling the top. Okay, probably sold here, sold here, sold here, sold here, sold here. Where would you keep your stops if you're a retail trader trading the range? Most likely above this high. Okay, so this area is going to be full of stop losses. That's the first one. That's the upper, and the lower, people bought here, 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 here as well. So this general area is going to be full of liquidity. You can count this as being like the minor liquidity level and this as the higher liquidity level. I like to target the higher or the more important liquidity levels according to my analysis. Okay, so I'm looking to see what will happen when the price pushes into these areas, because price is clearly flat, so I cannot apply my trending entries. I'm looking to see a push into it and then a rejection, and then I'll execute my liquidity sweep trade. Okay, looking for it to pierce the bottom into the liquidity and reject, and then you're looking for the price to basically push into the liquidity, reject, and then go and do something like this, or push into the lower liquidity, reject, and then do something like this, continue ranging around in this general range. And this is the area that we like to exploit. Okay, so we like to exploit this area right here. This is where we capture the profits. So that's a very good range bound entry, and that's what I'm looking for. That's why I have my alerts set on the break of this high or the break of this low on the euro and US dollar. Again, still in testing, so back testing I'm still doing, but I've done most of my back testing. Now I'm doing live testing with 0.25% risk for every single trade. So of course this can also ascend. On the lower scale it looks to be ascending, consecutively breaking the highs. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive breaks of the high. Let's see if this can ascend into the upper liquidity area, reject, and then get a reversal opportunity or get a possible downtrend, then look to sell on the downtrend. That would be extremely high probability. You would then have two confluences. First one would be the clean ascending channel. Second one would be the piercing of the upper liquidity area and rejecting. Okay, so a downtrend in this scenario is very, very high probability to look for sell setups. So that's going to be very interesting to see if that happens. Otherwise, just looking for a breakout for a trending entry, looking for a breakout to the upside with force, breakout to the downside with force. Very simple, being more patient on this one. And I'm going to keep it on the watch list because of my liquidity sweep entry. Okay, I'm going to keep it. This looks very flat and very range bound, which is perfect for the liquidity sweep entry, but awful for the trending entries. That's it. EJ looks to be flat as well, so I'm only testing the sweep on the Euro US dollar and the Aussie US dollar for now. The range bound entry, that is. This is flat, this is range bound as well, but if I zoom in, I can see a bit of potential, which is the reason I'm gonna put a Euro Japanese yen on the watch list as well. So basically, consecutive breaks of the low. 1, 2, 3, 4 times it broke the low with very corrective price action. See, double wicks, large wick, huge wick, definitely rejecting this lower area, and I'm expecting for the price to reverse. If we get something like this, I will look for buy setups. It does fit my plan. I do like this price action. Again, we broke the high, not showing much force, so that's a warning sign. That's gonna be a warning sign, but price can still give me a push up, and then I'll still look for buy setups, a flag or a break and retest, some of the classic entry setups. I was looking for a potential reversal trade here, but we just did not get that strong break of the high. We kind of just so we just got no momentum. I mean, see, large wick, small wick, rejecting, bearish pressure, Not good enough. But again, we're gonna put it on the watch list because this descending channel can still play out. Although the overall picture is range bound, on the lower scale, I am looking for this descending channel to play out, give me a large push up. I would be interested in that sort of a scenario. Okay, moving on, Aussie US dollar. This is the sweep trade that I took live, and this is actually a winning trade. So the first one I took live was a loser. This one is a free R winner. Okay, so this one ended up a free R winner according to our trade management for the liquidity sweep. What was I looking at? Well, let's first take a look at, let me just see on EJ. Was there anything happening last from the Wednesday recap? No, not much. I mean, there was this one entry right here that you could have paid attention to. Maybe for a break and retest, but for me, this is just slowing down. Okay, so broke the low retrace. You can identify it by these dotted lines. Okay, so that's definitely showing much weakness to the downside and not high probability to continue. Look at the wicks. I have taken a couple of these setups in the last 3 years live on the Euro Japanese yen, and most of them ended up a loss, if not all of them ended up a loss, so I just stopped taking them. They're not good. One break and retrace can be tolerated, but two of them consecutively and these wicks to the downside it indicates major weakness for a downtrend. Then we got the V reversal, we got a range, we got a push up, but not much force anywhere in this price action, so I wasn't looking for anything. Okay, so yeah, not much was happening on EJ. Aussie US dollar was very interesting, so let me play this out. Why did I take a trade? Okay, let's go a bit like this. Okay, so let me show you what was happening. Well, there were a couple of confluences happening for this to reject the lower liquidity area. First, last Wednesday recap was around here, and then we were just flat. Okay, flat, range bound. I know some traders took a liquidity sweep of this upper liquidity area. It happened outside of my trading times. Okay, outside of my trading hours. I stopped trading at 5 p.m. on a Friday, London time. I start trading 8 a.m. on a Monday, London time. So I wasn't looking for a sell, but some traders did take a sell here on the top. Rejection of this liquidity area above the range. It was a nice winner as well. Again, identify the flat price action. Identify the upper liquidity area, which is gonna be here. Lower one is gonna be here. Okay, so we can do it like this and like this. So people selling here, selling here, selling here, keep their stops above. Somewhere in this box. People buying here, buying here, buying here, buying here, keep their stop losses probably somewhere in this area. So you're looking for the price to go into these areas and reject. That was the first confluence. So look what happened. Price went down, pierced into it, and there was another confluence as well. So pierced into it, and then we got weakness. We got for me, a rejection of that area. Clear rejection of that area with the bullish pressure. Second confluence, descending structure inside of it. Okay, notice the descending structure and notice an impulse down. What we know at Zentum trading is usually when you get a descending structure like this, it's bound to go up. But if you get a final push down like this, it's even more high probability for the price to reverse to the upside. This is kind of the final fake out. So you have the descending and then the final fake out to get a lot of retail people selling, and then the bigger players finally reverse the trend. So this by itself, this price action, the clean descending channel, as you can spot it here, and the large impulse down is high probability to reverse to the upside as well. So I had two confluences going in my favor. We exploit both of them at Zentum trading. And basically, I took a buy setup somewhere here. Not going to reveal the stop loss and the take profit level or the entry level. I want to keep that private, but it ended up being a free R winner, and I did risk 0.25% on this particular trade. Okay, so I backtested this thoroughly, still backtesting it. Now I am live testing it, starting with 0.25% risk per trade. Then once I get more confidence, once I'm happy with the live results, I'm gonna bump it up to 0.5. And if I want, I'm gonna bump it up to even 1% later on down the line, okay? But starting small, that's how you should do it. When you research a new entry, when you research a new edge, you start small and then you continually bump up the risk size, the risk management as you gain confidence in the new entry setup, because of course live trading is much different than backtesting, okay? Live trading, there are spreads, commissions, spread hours, you're gonna miss trades, you might be sleeping, okay? You have maybe different things happen during the day, so you miss a couple of setups during the day as well. Then you have some news that may stop you out or may go into profit. Lots of, let's say, volatility during news as well. So you never know. Backtesting is much, much different than live trading, and there's a much, much bigger psychological impact. That's the number one thing, okay? The psychological impact of live trading is much greater than backtesting. That's why you want to first backtest thoroughly, then you want to live test with a reduced risk size. Then as you gain confidence, as you continue backtesting, as you continue live trading with the lower risk size, you can gradually bump up the risk per trade as you gain confidence and as you see good results in your live trading as well. You do not want to be having 10 losses in a row and then increasing the risk size, okay? That if in your backtesting you did not get 10 losses in a row, then something is off. Okay, something is not working as it should be, and you should be reevaluating and rebacktesting, seeing what you did wrong in the live trading, definitely not bumping up the risk size. So that's kind of a quick summary. Went into the lower liquidity level, we got a descending and then a push down and then a rejection. And then price did hit the take profit for the 3R win. And that's about it for this liquidity sweep on the Aussie US dollar. Let me see what was happening, what else was happening. Well, to be honest, not much. We were just flat, as I said, from the last trade recap. Now I'm looking to see, again, in this, it's still flat. It's still range bound. I'm looking to see what will happen in these areas, okay? Look where I have my alerts. Now, that is not a guarantee that I'll take a liquidity sweep entry, but those are some levels that I'm looking at to see what will happen in those levels, okay? I still need a lot of criteria to match up. I still need a lot of, let's say, confluences to match up as well for me to take a trade. That's why at Zentum Trading, you can learn all of the things that we are actually looking at for the liquidity sweep. I'm just giving you the basics here, but there's a lot of confluences that are going into this, and you're not just gonna be selling when the price hits this level or hits this alert, or buying when the price hits this alert, okay? It's definitely not that simple. Unfortunately, trading is not that simple. You need to have a lot of confluences to actually take a setup. You cannot just be blindly selling the top and buying the bottom. It's not exactly how it works. So I just wanna make that clear, because I don't want anyone to be selling when price hits this alert or buying when price hits this alert, okay? So still flat. I'm looking to see what the price will do, as I said, in these boxes. Because price is still flat, price is still range bound, I'm looking to see if we can pierce, reject, and then get an entry. Or pierce down, reject, get a buy entry. Or maybe look at this, it's starting to ascend. 1, 2, 3 consecutive breaks of the high. Let's see if price can correctively push into the upper liquidity with a clean ascending structure and then give a reversal opportunity. That would be extremely high probability. That would be very, very good take. That's exactly what I want to see. Then you have 2 confluences like you had here for the price to reject this level and actually start a downtrend to at least the next liquidity area. Okay, so that's very, very nice. I would definitely like to see it. If not, looking for a strong breakout to the upside or looking for a strong breakout to the downside. I am gonna put this pair on the watch list because I do like the flat channel, and this does look good for me to look for range bound entries. Moving on, you have the Aussie and the Japanese yen. Okay, so let's see the Aussie Japanese yen. I mean, from last Wednesday, we did have some trending price action. Okay, so we did have this push down. There was an entry here, but the price prior to that was just descending, so I was not looking for a sell setup there. Then we descended a bit more. Then we got the shift up, broke the low, double wicks, shift up. Wasn't looking for any sell setups there. Then we had sort of a clean ascending structure. Yeah, it was looking okay, but nothing played out of it. We did get some bearish momentum, but no potential entries. Then we pulled back with one candle, broke the low retrace. Now we're flat in this price action. So nothing really fit my plan here. Nothing was really on my radar. I did have AJ on the watch list when it did this move and moved in this downtrend, but no potential entries formed for my trading plan. Okay, so it was a bit sleepy. It was a bit corrective. It was a bit not trending. So I want to see price start an uptrend or a downtrend again. Here on the minor scale on this 1 hour chart, we're just flat. Looks very flat. Looking for a push up or a push down. Not gonna put it on the watch list, okay? This is not looking high probability. What is good is today is Wednesday. You then have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This Friday is NFP, I would say. So NFP, I'm stopping to trade on 1 to 2 a.m. on Friday, London time. Okay, that's when I stop all my trading. It's because of prior experience. I have had many trades running into NFP Friday. Then the spreads expand, then the volatility goes in, the news candles go in, and I get taken out for even more than I initially risked on a trade. Okay, and a trade may even go into my direction. Let's say I'm looking for a buy setup. Okay, for a break and retest buy setup like this, 12 pip stop loss. Price even goes into my direction, and then on NFP it just does this. Okay, just goes all over the place, stops me out for even more than I risked. From that point on, I just stay out of NFP. I sleep through that night. Okay, 1 to 2 a.m. on a Friday NFP is when I stop trading, get some extra sleep, be even more prepared for the next week, and save some percentage on a long-term scale as well. So that's what I like to do. I think we can move on. There's not much I can comment on this one. There are much more other interesting pairs I want to comment. For example, NJ has had some opportunities, so I'm gonna move to the pound. On AJ, I'm just looking for a large push up or a large push down. Pound US dollar has been in this area very corrective, very flat. Okay, very corrective, very flat in this general area. Not looking for much. Again, on the pound, I want to see large momentum, large impulses. If you just squeeze out, the pound has been really corrective. What I'm looking for is something like this. Okay, so if I can find, oh, this, okay, this is nice. So sort of a strong push up or a strong push down, strong leg. Look at this leg, very nice, very strong. At this point, I definitely had my order on, if I remember it correctly. Okay, so this was looking very nice. And that's what I want to look for. That's what I want to see in the markets. Currently not seeing it. Currently just seeing very flat corrective price action. Look, it has been very flat from November. Okay, from the 1st of December. Very flat, very corrective. So being more patient with the pound, not gonna put it on the watch list. It looks to be ascending right now. So let's see, maybe the ascending channel can play out. Okay, consecutive, not really consecutive breaks of the high, but corrective breaks of the high. Push, major rejection. Again, when it went into the upper liquidity area, also clearly rejected out of it. Let's see if price can show me a cleaner ascending like this, and then show me a nice strong push down, and then look for sell setups. On the pound, I really want to see that strong push down. I really want to see consecutive bearish or bullish candles going down or up, and I want to see strength. I want to see clean close candles, consecutive bullish pressure, large candles. That's what I'm waiting for. Very simple. Pound is, I would say, very simple to trade because most of the time it's going to be flat and range bound, but when it trends, it does produce some very nice percentage and some very nice trending setups. So let's see if the ascending can form a bit more, show me a cleaner ascending, and then show me a trend to the downside, which I will then look to exploit. NJ, New Zealand Japanese yen. Let's see this one. So from last Wednesday, we were around here. There was a flag that played out really nicely. Okay, there was a flag here. First low, first high, second low, second high, and then you have the bearish candle as the entry candle. Okay. For me, a large wick, shift here, a bit of a bullish pressure shift here. Prior price action was not that good either. It was kind of descending, and I did not want to risk the 1%. So large wick plus bullish pressure, plus another bullish pressure candle. I wanted to see a larger, wider range and not as much bullish pressure for this flag. So I did stay out. If anyone took it, it would have been a nice winner. Price continued down and you would get taken out somewhere here according to our trade management rule for trending entries. Okay, so this would have been 12 pips, around 5.8% winner with a 12 pip stop loss. Very nice. Didn't fit my plan, but still a very nice setup for anyone that took it. Here was I looking for a trade because the indicator was a bit wrong here. Okay, this is the Bong Hyun indicator. Okay, let me see. This one, recent high low, Bong Hyun, GT recent high low indicator. That's what I'm using. The lows are 361, 361. This is the same. So this is where the indicator was wrong. There was not a pullback and then a break of the low. This was a part of the trend, part of the downtrend. So this was a valid setup, but I wanted to see a slower retrace to the entry level. Okay, I wanted to see something like this happen. Show me some smaller blue bullish candles. Show me some smaller bullish pressure to the entry level. That unfortunately didn't happen. And instead price printed, I believe, a wick. Yeah, a large wick. And then at that point I was no longer interested. Look, large double wicks. Very, very bad. So didn't want to look for sell setups anymore. Broke the low, retraced, went higher. Here I was looking for potential buy setups. 100%. I was very interested in buy setups here because they started definitely to descend. Look, consecutive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive breaks of the low, definitely descending on the bottom. So then this was a reversal up. Unfortunately, no high probability entry scenario happened here. Nothing fit my plan. We broke the high and we retraced and we left the wick. Just no major bullish pressure. Wicks to the upside didn't fit my plan. Then we were flat. Then we were corrective. Then we started descending. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive breaks of the low. So at that point, I was definitely interested to look for a reversal trend because this was looking like an okay descending channel. I was looking for this, then for buy setups. That's usually what happens. When you see a descending channel, price tends to form an uptrend. When you see an ascending channel, price tends to form a downtrend. Okay, that's just what happens on a large sample size. That's just how the markets work. Okay, that didn't happen here. Okay, it's not going to happen every single time. Broke the high, retraced. So we did not get the momentum we wanted. Broke the high, retraced. Broke the high, retraced. Left a large wick. Yeah, just looking flat in this area. So I'm not going to put this one on the watch list. I'm looking for a large push up or a large push down. I'm looking for better price action, more high probability setups, cleaner candles, and just cleaner high probability structures as well. Okay, cleaner channels, cleaner candles, cleaner impulses. This doesn't look good. The descending channel did not play out. We did not get the bullish pressure we wanted. Instead, we broke the high, retraced. Major selling pressure, broke the high, retraced. Now showing selling pressure as well. So, be more patient with the New Zealand and the Japanese yen. The ones on the watch list are the Euro US dollar, EJ, and the Aussie US dollar. Okay, those are the ones that are on the watch list for today. Let's see what happens. This Friday, I believe, is NFP. I'm not going to be trading it. So I'm trading today, I'm trading tomorrow, then I stop, and then it's back on Monday as usual. Let's see if NFP creates a large push up or a large push down. I want to see some trending entries happen. I love the trending entries even more than the range bound entries. Although the range bound entries are great, they're very interesting. I love a trend, okay? I just love trading the trend. It's kind of my thing, but that doesn't mean I won't take advantage of a range either. It's starting to grow on me. I do like the trend, the range bound entries as well. They're really, really fun to take, and they happen all over the place. A lot of them all over the place, and the win rate is much better than with a trending entry. But when you get a trending entry, you can get a 10-to-1, 15-to-1, even 25-to-1 happened in January of 2023 on the Euro Japanese yen. Okay, so you never know what will happen with a trending entry. You never know how long the trend will go. That's what makes it so, I would say, exciting. Although we shouldn't put much emotions in trading, I'm not gonna lie, it's exciting when you see a huge trend like you're seeing, for example, on Bitcoin right now. Very fun to watch what is happening with Bitcoin. It's gonna go, I think it hit the all-time high and then it severely rejected, went to minus 15% in a couple of hours, if I'm not wrong. Some crazy percentage like that. Again, it's very fun. Trends are extremely fun, and it's fun to watch as well what the crypto market is doing. I'm focusing on Forex. All of my money is in Forex because that's my thing. I know the probabilities. I did the back testing. I know exactly what my trading edge is, but that doesn't mean I have to watch only Forex. You can watch other financial markets as well if you're into finance. So that's it. See you guys on next Wednesday. If you want to learn more about the liquidity sweep entry, join zentumtrading.com. We have some really good stuff prepared for you in there, and I will see you guys in the next video.